Why do we read? Because otherwise it is a shallow and bleak world. Thanks for watching. It is one of those questions that the answer to some seem irrelevant and to others obvious. Yet it is this kind of question that I believe is the most crucial to ponder. I have no idea if the cliche reading is dead has any truth to it. However, if it does, then it is a travesty. It is a shame and honestly blasphemy that I even feel the need to somehow convince or entice people to read. On the other hand, the torch must be passed on and the explanation of its importance must not be taken in vain. It should never be beneath oneself to pass down tradition or wisdom. With all of that said, I will not try to convince, but rather honestly and thoroughly answer the question for myself, because I too am not fully conscious of the answer even though I embody the ritual and share the process with you. Reading in the modern world is a crucial tool to slow down. It is hard to express the joy and peace that sitting down to read, and I mean just solely focusing on reading without distractions, in the middle of a bustling day brings. It is a way to detach and harmonize. How is that different from sitting down to watch something? Reading does not numb you. On the contrary, it replenishes and relaxes at the same time. Your brain remains active in the process of decoding information and then turning on your imagination to visualize what you are decoding. This process is often lost in the overabundance of visual media. Yet, while energizing, it is also relaxing to bring yourself to a halt and turn your attention to a uniform, long form, and soul activity. This process is also a dying art these days. Reading is the first step to being able to just sit. What is the use of just sitting? Try it for yourself. Just try to sit for a while and observe without any supplements or distractions, without music, a cigarette, or a drink. It seems quite contradictory, but the absolute peak of a human is sitting in peace and contemplation. Who else on earth is capable of such power? The power of conscious observation and contemplation. That is the source of thought, spirituality, and art. No other medium is as dense as a book. The amount and quality of information, emotion, human experience, and abstraction combined into one cannot be compressed into any other art form. Honestly, I planned to write a whole paragraph on density, but I have nothing else to add. Moving on. Reading is a way to transcend your existence and enrich yourself as a person. Through reading, I have lived many lives. I have never heard through my ears the sound a dying horse makes, or have felt the burning sand with my feet when I traveled through the desert to Egypt. Perhaps I never will. However, I have experienced it through the words of Remarque and Coelho. What does that even mean? How could I have, in my linear and limited being, witnessed the horrors of the World War I front lines, froze in the damp winters of Tsarist Petersburg, hid alongside the Frank family in Amsterdam, traveled through the desert to meet the alchemist, and sailed off around the waters of Cuba? What is to be made of these experiences, if they can even be called that? Where does the distinction of reality and fantasy lie? Nonetheless, that is the power of books and art in general. Humans need to transcend. From the shared stories around the fire, songs sung collectively during harvest, to the works of Shakespeare, our existence is knitted by abstraction. Why else would we need paintings of a tree? Through reading, one can engage in long term transcendence. A great novel engulfs your life and saturates it. I understand the vital importance of reality. However, humans do not only exist in reality. we also exist in the realm of abstraction and meaning. An attentful eye can easily spot a person who negates one part or the other. There needs to be balance between your abstract, sometimes also referred to as inner world, and what we call objective reality. Otherwise, you're impoverishing yourself and selling your unfathomably unique existence short. In my eyes, a human is meant to be whole, full, and round. I feel that I have clarified why I read for myself, and I hope I can have a similar effect on you. While I implicitly focused on the effects of fictional literature, there is a book out there for everyone. One must only search. Happy transcending.